All right, everybody, it's me, it's Devin11, right? And we are here today with a new type of deck. This is a historic deck, and it's running Abzan. And the general principle is actually digging your graveyard. It's kind of more of an Eerie Ultimatum deck, if anything. But it's got a pretty intense combo in it. It's really easy to set up, kind of hard to actually go in, but we'll just go ahead and dive right into it. So obviously, if we're playing in a graveyard, milling's fantastic. So we got 4 copies of Stitcher Supply. There we go. 4 copies of Stitcher Supply, and another 4 copies of Mire Triton, and 3 copies of the Binding of the Titans. And then we've also got Cavalier of Thorns, all for digging into our graveyard. Cavalier of Thorns, whenever Cavalier of Thorns enters the battlefield, reveal the top 5 cards of your library, put a land card from among them onto the battlefield, and the rest in your graveyard. When it dies, you may exile it. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of your library. That's important. The number one problem I run into when I'm playing mill is I always mill my important cards and don't get a good way to get them back. Cavalier of Thorns, fantastic way to get things back. We got Gilded Goose just for a little bit of mana ramp is kind of the idea there. Nice to make food and whatnot. Actually, it's not a bad idea to make food at all because we're running Vito, and if we have that extra food line around at the end of the game, well, it's nice to get an extra couple damage in there. And the reason we're running Vito is because our goal is to bring him out of the graveyard with Radiant Fountains deals 8 damage altogether if you have all 4 in your graveyard. Um, let's see here. Ruined Halo. As Ruined Halo enters the battlefield, choose a card name. For this case, our goal is to choose Command the Dreadhorde. Choose any number of target creature and or planeswalker cards in the graveyard. Command the Dreadhorde deals damage to you equal to the converted mana cost, total converted mana cost of those cards. Put them onto the battlefield under your control. So Ruined Halo prevents that damage. We get to pull your graveyard and my graveyard back onto the battlefield. Fantastic, especially after like a Planar Cleansing. Fantastic. The goal here is to play Eerie Ultimatum. Pull the Ruined Halo out of the graveyard and have Command the Dreadhorde in our hand, which is why Cavalier of Thorns is so important because we can kill Cavalier of Thorns somehow, put it back on top of our library if we don't already have one in our hand. That's the whole idea. We're also going to be playing with World Shaper. Whenever World Shaper attacks, you may mill 3 cards. When World Shaper dies, return all land cards from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. And God-Eternal Bontu. When God-Eternal Bontu enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of permanents, then draw that many cards. When God-Eternal Bontu dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library third from the top. All right, so our goal and intention here is to try and mill God-Eternal Bontu and World Shaper and Vito and Ruined Halo all into our graveyard. That's our goal and intention. Then we're going to hit Eerie Ultimatum, bring back God-Eternal Bontu, World Shaper, all those cards we just labeled off, and God-Eternal Bontu. We have to set our priority up so that way we can play him first. And then we're going to sacrifice all of our land and World Shaper to draw a stupid amount of cards and to bring all of our lands back, deal some damage because we brought Vito on the battlefield already. So deal some damage for Radiant Fountain, and then next turn swing for alot. And during that draw process, the hopeful goal was to pull Heliod's Intervention back into our hand because 2 white and X to target player gains twice X life with Vito on the battlefield is pretty much just a game ender 98% of the time. We're also running Planar Cleansing just to wipe the board, really. That's what it's there for. Not much more to it. Unburial Rites just to keep us going if we need to keep going. Bring Cavalier of Thorns back, kind of toss things around, trying to get something going. We've got Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. Indestructible. When you cast a spell, exile 2 target permanents. When Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger attacks, defending player exiles top 20 cards of the library. This card's cool. It's fantastic, especially when we can get it out for 5 or even 4 for that matter. But that's not why we're playing it. It's actually really just a giant target that's really hard to deal with. That is the only reason he's in there, is just to be targeted. And it's the same thing with Ugin the Spirit Dragon. If you want to let me -10 on him, that's up to you. Your mistake. But other than that, he's really just a giant target. Like I said, it's got a cool combo in it. It's kind of complicated. There's no direct, I'm going to kill you immediately as soon as this goes off, but it makes the game pretty much taken over. Removal. kind of kills us in this deck. We don't have any way to stop removal. But the goal is to just be able to keep on going. That's why we have 2 Command the Dreadhordes and 3 Eerie Ultimatums, just so we can kind of keep trying to go. But I digress. We're going to get into this game. Let's see here. And here we go. That screen's a little big. It's kind of annoying. I apologize for the camera. The camera sucks. I went to the store and I looked at every camera on the shelf and went, what's the most expensive camera? It was this one. I'm not happy at all. Well, let's give our sound back there. Yeah, not happy with the camera at all. It sucks. This is a terrible hand. Absolutely terrible. Let's try again. Let's keep that around. We don't really need Ugin. We got white for Ruined Halo in case we need to save ourselves. Play Stitcher Supplier next turn. Or Ruined Halo if we have to, which we don't. Alright, well that was quick. 2 more land and we're playing Ulamog. Give the opponent something to stare at. They are just ramping away. And a Heliod's Intervention. Alright, well, let's go ahead and bring back Ulamog. That just seems like fun. Fun for 2. And I'm willing to bet he folds. See what he does now. What is this? Mind, Aftermath, draw 2 cards. It's fine, I guess. Did a whole lot of ramping. What are you ramping to? I don't know the current meta for Historic, but it looks like we definitely beat it. I kind of wish we could have got that combo off there. That combo is freaking sweet. It's a lot of fun to play with. Oh, let's move on to the next game. So I named this deck because really I wanted to ramp something awesome into Ugin and play it out of my graveyard or something stupid. I don't know. That didn't happen. I found something cooler, more fun. I like to do things. I am the Walrus. Oh, that is a really good hand. We're going to keep that. Kind of wish we didn't have 2 Gilded Gooses, but can't turn it down. Get the Mire Triton from mill. It's a dream hand. Heliod's Intervention's in our hand. And we're going to play against Life Gain. I don't know what this deck's going to do against Life Gain. Probably not a whole lot. Hopefully we can survive long enough for the Planar Cleansing and try and do some damage that way. So, I really wanted to play Gilded Goose. But I feel like I should play Mire Triton just because he might not attack with a Johnny might survive longer. Let's go double Gilded Goose, and if we have to block, we'll block. Oh, that's any creature. Wow, okay. Well, that's freaking rough. That's not really up. So I think we just take the 6 here. Yeah, we're gonna take the 6. So our ramp isn't super important right now. So let's do a little bit of something here. Well, that was not a very good mill. At all. It was a bad mill. Oh. Well, you can swing at me, but I'm gonna block it. I'm gonna wind up taking 6 still, but... Well, Heliod's intervention is instant speed, so we're not doing good in this game. And I'm not going to say it's because... Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. I'm not going to say it's because we're playing against life gain. We're not really drawing cards at all that aren't land. Okay. So pretty much here we have to create 2 foods and pray to God that we draw not that a Planar Cleansing is what we needed. Planar Cleansing will still get us going. We're going to pay the 2 life because we tap 1, gain 2. There's no point in doing it that way. Alright. Bastard. I think we can survive 1 more turn. Not 100% sure. I have not done the math at all. Let's do the math real quick. We're going to take 3, 4, 5 damage. Oh, yeah, we'll survive. No problem. Pass the blockers. Block. Block. So we go to block, and then we gain 4 life, which is actually 8 life to me. And then again, we go back to, I really hope that I draw a Planar Cleansing. Did I miscount something here? What just happened? Trample. He's got Trample from Shadow Spear. I completely miscounted that. Nope, I lost that no matter what. Like I said, I'm not going to say that we lost because we're playing against life gain. I'm going to say that was a really bad set of draws. Again, Planar Cleansing would have brought us right back to the game immediately. We still would have had to draw really good from there, but I'm only running 24 lands and I do so much. Ugh. Opponent goes first, keeps 7. I'm going to get yelled at for this, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it. And we're just going to hope we pull into a pain land or something like that. That is not a pain land at all. Oh, yes it was. That sucks. You're holding up a counterspell. I assume, like a quench or something. It's not hard to think about, man. Do what we're doing. There we go. He's holding up a brazen borrower. Or an unsummon, I guess. So you're doing it just to be a prick. Like, that is the only purpose behind what you're doing. Because you're just over here touching his cards. I don't know why people do that. That was not a swish. There's a trash can back there. I'm not a monster. Like, just to be clear. I absolutely despise people who play like that. Okay. We got some blue-green ramping going on, maybe some red. I feel like that's probably not relevant. So let's Binding of the Titans. Get rid of all that ramp he was drawn into. Jesus. Might as well attack. I don't really care if Stitch Supplier dies. All I do is mill more cards, and I'm fine with that. Cool. Like I said, I mill 3 cards. There's Command the Dreadhorde. Okay, now that I know what we're playing against, we have issues. We are not prepared to deal with Field of the Dead. We already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lands. We are not prepared for that at all. Like I said earlier, I don't know what the current meta is in this at all. Yeah. Apparently feel that is part of the current meta. Okay. Hydroid Crisis is a little more dealable for us. Let's see here. What do we need? I think we need Cavalier of Thorns because we're still short at least a green mana for Cavalier of Thorns. We need Cavalier of Thorns so we can get Command the Dreadhorde back. I would think. But we always have another Command the Dreadhorde, and we could probably use the mana instead. This is a tough call. Let's get the mana instead. Not sure how important life gain is going to be on this one, but... Oh yeah, please block the Mire Triton. Don't do me any solids. Alright, and this is where we start dealing with 2/2 zombies, which again, I have no idea what we're going to do about. And I shouldn't have got that Radiant. That was a mistake. So was that, by the way. Way to go, hero. Should have played that first. Just out of principle. So anyways, I should not have grabbed the Radiant Fountain. I should have grabbed anything else because Eerie Ultimatum takes no colorless mana at all. So that's my misplay. Need the Gilded Goose. Maybe I'll get lucky and he'll block this World Shaper. I'm absolutely going to swing with it. Yes, there you go. You sweet, sweet devil. Now we can get into this game. Mana ramp. Okay. Boys and girls. Let's see what we're pulling out of our graveyard. Well, we're going to get World Shaper back, obviously. We get Cavalier of Thorns, Ugin, Vito, Stitch Supply. Man, we're going to get some stuff back in. I'm feeling pretty good. Do we have any of our... And we're still up for draw on the Planar Cleansing front while we're at it, which is solid right now. And that's the main reason why right there. Yep. Yep. Lots of 2/2s, we get it. I'm not sure how Yorion is relevant in this. Oh, more than enough. Okay, let's the Binding of the Titans first. Didn't get jack dealing nothing out of that. Eerie Ultimatum. There we go. We want Vito, we want Mire Triton, we want Radiant Fountain, we want Indatha. Cavalier, Ruined Halo, Stitcher Supply. World Shaper. The Binding of the Titans is nice. Oh, and Ugin. Of course, want Ugin. Done. Choose a card name. I assume that is for... we're going to choose Zombie. What? Alright. It's a whole new game. Alright, what do we put in our graveyard now? Still haven't put in Homeboy there, so... Do we care about the Gilded Goose is the first question. Not really. Not at this point, no. Hydroid Crisis. Yarok's kind of a pain in the ass. But that's going to exile... So what we're talking right now is I'm getting ready to minus with Ugin. I'm trying to decide if I'm -2 or -5. I think I'm -5. No, I'm -2 for now.
All creation can be undone.
Technically I could -0, couldn't I? Does that work? It'd be pretty cool if it did. So if I get really, really lucky here, where did... Oh, I just exiled my own Ruined Halo. That was dumb. I should have let the 4/4 stay. I absolutely should have let the 4/4 stay. Well, let's see if he leaves Vito. He did not leave Vito. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Alright. Take 10 damage. I don't know what to do now. Yes, I do. We play Unburial Rites to play Vito. There we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we go for 5, 10, 11, pay. Target player is me. We're going to auto pay everything, and you're going to take 22 damage. No big deal. Good game. I mean, that's kind of how the combo works. It still hasn't fired off a Bontu yet, which would be really cool if I could get all those in the graveyard. But I mean, we just beat Field of the Dead. Wasn't even difficult. Had one solid misplay there. Probably should have just did 0 and been willing to take the 4 damage from the flyer. Especially with how much life we were going to gain. Yeah, because, I mean, it would have panned out the same either way, but future reference. Don't do that. Alright, guys. We got time for one more game here. Against the Lobster Eater. That is absolutely unkeepable, because pretty much everything wants to go in the graveyard in that hand. That's totally keepable. Alright, and we're going to toss back in Ulamog, because again, we want to mill him in the graveyard anyways. Oh, welcome to Goblins. Welcome to freaking Goblins. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably not. I'm not. Welcome to Goblins. God, one more chief. Well, at least there's an Eerie Ultimatum to start. Yeah, both of you are going bye-bye. I mean, gaining 2 life isn't really going to help this turn, so... It is going to be all about life gain in total. Do I want to play Ruined Halo is the question. Don't really want to target the War Chief there. Let's... The battlefield top 6 card. Whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 each turn for each goblin you control. So we're just going to Ruined Halo much this for now. And it looks like we're just going to return a Gilded Goose to our hand. Kind of sucks. I in no way, shape, or form think I'm going to beat this deck. Just to be clear, I'll try. I'm excited to try. Oh, yeah, Gilded Goose it is. Then we'll Mire Triton. Where were you last turn? Didn't matter. Then we'll Radiant Fountain. And then we'll play Gilded Goose. And then Auto Pass turn. So Krenko's going to make 4 more 1/1s. We need to survive long enough to pull a Planar Cleansing. That's weird. Oh no, it's not. It was a goblin. Yeah, if he kills Gilded Goose, then we get to survive 2 more turns for a Planar Cleansing and get the Planar Cleansing. Just can't seem to pull that card. Kind of cool, actually. I didn't realize that was a thing. What you gonna do, buddy? Weird. Again, weird. Gain 6 life back. We're taking 7, 8, and at least 9 damage this next turn. If I draw a land next turn, Command the Dreadhorde's not gonna save me. Two for 2, 2 for 4. I won't have enough life for Command the Dreadhorde. Unless he decides to do something crazy and I get away with something magically, but in reality, he should just swing for 12. Or, yeah, never mind, there's that. And I forgot all about that. 9, 16, 17, 18. Which is definitely enough to kill me. Alright, guys. Let's see. I'm going to try one more game. That was pretty quick. Let's see if we get this combo to fire off completely. It'd be really cool if it did. Give that a shot. All pain. Nope, you're not pain land. Okay. Well, that's a terrible start. At least we have Cavalier of Thorns in our hand. Probably going to play against that Obliterator deck. Yeah, I'm going to bet we are. See if we can't get this into our graveyard. Black spells cost 1 less cast. Whenever you cast a creature spell, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. That's okay. Still not sure we're playing against. That's why we haven't played the Ruined Halo yet. Still not sure we're playing against. Oh, I'm missing. That sucks. That's what we were hoping wouldn't happen. Still not sure what we're playing against. Oh wow. Planar Cleansing on top of our library it is. Before you go right back into my graveyard, that was dumb. Oh, misplays ahoy. Still feeling an Obliterator deck here, just no Obliterator. Oh, cool. Command the Dreadhorde. That's super helpful right now. I could pull out a whole Gilded Goose. Thorn, no! No!
Not frightened by you.
That is not what I want you to do. Is that right there? That is... Okay. Thank you. Just fine with me. You did me a solid, pal. Huge, giant solid. Greatly appreciate you. Oh man, if you only knew. We would have 2 of those on the sideboard, by the way, because that would suck. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, there we go. Come on, let's mill 3. Still nothing, man. Jesus. Still didn't put anything in our graveyard. Like, this is garbage. We got a Vito in there. That's about it. Draft, Digger's Cage. Yeah. I mean, I knew it was coming. Not stupid. Now I know what we're waiting for, though. Heliod's Intervention. Boom. Next, go to combat. We need Karn off the battlefield. Kind of taking a risk with Stitcher Supplier right now, being as Grafdigger's Cage, sorry, is on the battlefield. Because we don't really want Stitcher Supplier to die, but it will get lucky. No, both do that interventions in one go.
There are greater battles to fight.
There's one of them. Did we already do the other one? Oh, we can also find a Planar Cleansing too. So actually, we already lost both of our Heliod's interventions. And we have one more Planar Cleansing. And a Planar Cleansing would definitely do it for me. Could use a Planar Cleansing. That's our only hope. Because I knew better than let Stitcher Supplier die. But it is what it is. That's fine. Okay. What does that do for us?
Peace is fragile and fleeting. Cherish.
Not much.
Flames burn beyond perception.
Because Grafdigger's Karaf is... I don't like to call it Karaf. Grafdigger's Cage is colorless. Maybe we'll let it survive long enough to minus on it. Nope. Just kidding. Not gonna happen. Back to really needing a Planar Cleansing. First in Arena. My turn. Are you gonna swing? Planar Cleansing. Sweet. Right? Make sure we want to do this. Too bad you're not instant speed. Whatever. Goodbye. There's a lot of mana you're spending there. Well, boys, he top decked the card. But what would we have gotten back? We would have gotten back... honestly, I'm not sure what we would have done. Probably would have got back God-Eternal Bontu and sacrificed a couple lands, I think. Well, that's the deck. That's what it does. Let's... Alright. So, we didn't get to fire off the whole combo, but as you can see, the deck's not competitive. Like, it's a pretty competitive deck across the board. It does a lot of things. Obviously, Graveyard Hate absolutely demolishes it. But between Heliod's Intervention and Planar Cleansing, like, you can get away from a lot of Graveyard Hate just long enough to get things rolling. You only really need 2 turns. Well, really 1 turn of anti-Graveyard Hate as long as you're not board wiping. But 2 turns just to knock everything out. Yeah, that's my deck. Enjoy, guys. Bye.